In this daily drop, I'm going to talk about the equipment I'm bringing with me when I'm traveling, quote unquote, without equipment. So let's go. All right, everyone, heading out the door soon for a week-long production, but this one's a little bit different. I'm producing an event, so technically, I am not responsible for any content creation myself. I mean, I am as a producer, but I'm not tasked with bringing equipment, setting up equipment, so on and so forth. That said, I'm bringing a few things. So let me just tell you what I'm bringing and why I'm bringing it and the thought process behind that. Okay, so first and foremost, just a couple of things that I have here on the table which may or may not get used, but I think it's a good idea to have. We are producing an event, 4 separate rooms. The lighting will be all over the place. My trusty Sekonic C800 meter. This is a color meter. It does read lux and foot candles, so you can get a reading of essentially the output of a fixture, but it's not a traditional light meter in the sense that you put in a shutter speed or angle, a frame rate, so on and so forth, so that you can meter for a particular stop or, well, you know how a meter works, I think. This meter is really designed for color. So when we are reading the different LED lights that are being used, because they're pretty much all LED now, we'll be able to see if there are discrepancies in terms of correlated color temperature, green magenta shift, and then how we mitigate those problems when in production. So bringing this as a just in case, because I own it, so why not? Along those lines, again, not necessarily something that we'll need, but it doesn't take up a lot of room in the kit. These are a couple of charts that I'm going to bring from Calibrite. Now, you may be familiar with and have seen charts like this, like the ColorChecker video and the ColorChecker gray balance. These are branded as Calibrite, and these are the same charts in terms of design, specification, everything else that used to carry the brand X-Rite. There's still a connection, but anytime that you're buying new charts like these, they will be under the Calibrite name. Gray card, I'm going to be doing a video on that very shortly, should be out in a couple of days. This is really for exposure and making sure that our middle gray point is where we want it to be. Obviously, we see that chip here on the ColorChecker video as well, but this really is giving us a lot more information, including this super black here when we are bringing up waveform monitors for Illuma check, vector scopes for color. Those are the color chip charts. So another great thing to have in the kit. I'll bring a little halo reflector here. It takes up almost no room. That'll probably be if I decide to do a daily drop on the Saturday that I arrive. Got these little clamps here that will attach to this if I want to clamp the reflector somewhere. I will bring a small little light with me, probably something like the Luxli Cello 2 or the like, something really small, a little panel light if I need to have it. I don't have that on the table. Another one of these clamps, which has a little Arca Swiss compatible base, and it pops in. So if I decide I don't want to use a tripod, I can mount this camera somewhere else. And then there's the camera. A7C2 because it can be full frame or it can be crop, E-mount, and just bringing the little Sigma 18 to 50. Again, this may or may not come out of the bag when I'm working, but it's a just in case. Over here, I have the little RØDE Wireless Pro kit. This is just in case, again, I need to do something content-wise for the daily drop, along with some Sennheiser headphones, and then last but not least, my iPhone 15 Pro with a little tabletop tripod, which has a little, monopod or tripod mount on here, so I can just switch this over to a 1/4-20. And it also, the base is Arca Swiss, so lots of flexibility on this sucker as well. That's basically it. So this all fits in a tiny little backpack, or it'll go in with my little roller case with my computer. And that's what I'm traveling with out, quote unquote, without equipment. But really not a lot of stuff. And most of it is just if it's needed. And again, when I get into and at my location for the first day, I'm technically not working until later in the day. So I may decide to go out and create some content or do a daily drop. Will not be able to create content at this event. It'll basically be a closed event. So there's no BTS coming out of this one, unfortunately, nothing having to do with that. I'll be able to talk out in general terms some of the things from the event and producing it post when I'm back. That's what I got for you. Don't forget to, and I'll see you on the next episode of The Daily Drop.